American Pickers stars Frank Fritz. Mike Wolfe buried hatchet before host died after years of drama. For years, American Pickers co-hosts Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe had been entangled in a very public feud. However, despite the ongoing drama, the two friends, who starred on the History Channel series for 10 years together and had known each other for more than 40 years, mended their relationship before Fritz died. On Tuesday, Wolfe shared the news of Fritz's death on Instagram, noting he was blessed that he was able to be by his side when he took one last journey home. "It's with a broken heart that I share with all of you that Frank passed away last night," Wolfe wrote. "I've known Frank for more than half my life, and what you've seen on TV has always been what I have seen. A dreamer who was just as sensitive as he was funny. The same off-camera as he was on, Frank had a way of reaching the hearts of so many by just being himself. Who would have ever dreamed we would share the cockpit of a white cargo van in front of millions of people interested in our adventures?" he continued. "Before the show, we would take off together to places we never knew existed with no destination in mind, and just the shared passion to discover something interesting and historic. We've been on countless trips and shared so many miles, and I feel blessed that I was there by his side when he took one last journey home," he concluded. "I love you, buddy, and will miss you so much. I know you're in a better place." According to Thames, Fritz was surrounded by friends, including Wolfe, at the time of his death. The duo hadn't been seen together in years, ever since Fritz suddenly stopped appearing on American Pickers in 2020. However, according to an unnamed friend, the two reportedly managed to bury the hatchet last year. "Mike has been wanting to see Frank for quite some time," the friend told the Quad City Times. "Frank just now felt up to seeing him. It was Frank's request to see Mike." They were both in tears. "Both were crying," she said. Mike brought up how nervous they both were to be going on David Letterman, which was one of their first big appearances. They talked about old times, how things got started, and the impact they had on the world. There were tears flowing on both sides. They were not feuding, the friend added. They needed separation to appreciate each other. Representatives for Fritz and Wolfe did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. The rumored feud stems back to 2020 when a very charismatic Fritz suddenly stopped appearing on the beloved series. "I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years, Fritz told The Sun in 2021. "He knew my back was messed up, but he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing. That's just how it is." The show was tilted towards him, Wolfe 1000%. "I can't even bend that far down to show you how much. I think Mike wants to get his brother, Robbie, in there to replace me. I don't know why he's behaving like that towards me. You couldn't just stick 2 people in a van and get the chemistry you get from me and Mike. We've known each other for about 40 years. We can finish each other's sentences. When everybody is getting along and there's no drama, me and him are very good together." 1 year later, Wolfe addressed the claims on Instagram. "I have known Frank for as long as I can remember. He's been like a brother to me," he wrote. "The journey that Frank, Downey Colby, and I started back in 2009, like all of life, has come with its highs and lows, blessings and challenges, but it has also been the most rewarding. I will miss Frank, just like all of you, and I pray for the very best and all good things for him on the next part of his journey," he concluded. Danielle Colby, who often appeared on this series with the duo, gave her 2 cents on Fritz's exit at the time. "I'm truly saddened for the loss of Frank on the show," she wrote on Instagram. "I'm incredibly sad for his struggles. I have personally watched everything over the last decade. I have many thoughts but won't speak them as they are only my thoughts, not gospel. I wish things could have been different, but we must be accountable for our actions when we cause instability or pain and suffering to others." Frank caused so much pain for himself that it has been hard to watch. I truly hope Frank receives all the help he needs to become well after years of being unwell. It is not my place to speak ill of someone who needs help, so I will keep my comments uplifting. I'm sending love to everyone, Colby added. That same year, Wolfe told The Sun, "We all do care about Frank, and we want him back on the show. I would love to talk with him again. We would absolutely love to, but he just can't get it right. Frank is just going through a lot personally with addictions," he added. "It's unfortunate that he's made decisions that have him the way he is." The rift seemed to have taken a pause for a whole year before Wolfe announced that Fritz had suffered from a stroke in 2022. "I have been very private in the past year in regards to Frank's life and the journey he's been on," Wolfe wrote at the time. "There has been lots of opinions in regards to mine and Frank's friendship, and the show but now is not the time to set the record straight. Now is the time to pray for my friend. Frank has suffered a stroke and is in the hospital. Please keep him in your hearts and thoughts," he added. "Frank, I pray more than anything that you make it through this okay. I love you, buddy." During their reunion in 2023, a friend told the Quad City Times that Wolfe expressed his gratitude towards Fritz. He said, "Nobody can replace you, Frank." He said it was Frank's uniquely funny personality that made them fit so well together as a team, the friend said. For years, American Pickers stars Frank, Fritz, and Mike Wolfe were like the heart and soul of the show, scouring forgotten barns, sheds, and fields for buried treasures that told the story of America's past. But beneath the surface of their on-screen camaraderie, drama brewed, creating a rift that would eventually lead to Frank's departure from the show in 2021. Their friendship, once rooted in a shared passion for antiques and the thrill of the hunt, had eroded into a tense and uncomfortable separation. Fans were left wondering if the pair would ever mend their broken bond. Frank's health struggles became a focal point during this period. The beloved co-host had stepped away from American Pickers for back surgery, but rumors circulated that more than physical recovery kept him from returning. Frank opened up about his battles with addiction, his struggles with depression, and the emotional toll of feeling abandoned by his former friend and co-star, Mike Wolfe. As Frank's absence grew, so did the drama surrounding their relationship. Fans speculated about the true nature of their feud. Was it about money, fame, or something even deeper? Meanwhile, Mike Wolfe carried on with the show, offering warm sentiments about Frank during interviews, but their interactions off-camera seemed non-existent. As the months passed, it became clear that the rift between them wasn't just a professional one, it was personal. The once inseparable friends who had built an empire together were now estranged, and for Frank, the sting of betrayal was palpable. Frank had been candid in his interviews, speaking openly about his feelings toward Mike and how deeply the falling out had affected him. He felt that after years of loyalty and partnership, he had been cast aside when he needed support the most. The resentment simmered and fans of the show were divided, with many taking sides and fueling the narrative that Mike and Frank would never reconcile.